For decades, Washington believed one thing, that Canada would always fly American jets. The F-18, the F-35, the systems, the training, the logistics, all tied directly to the Pentagon. But suddenly, everything changed. Today, Ottawa is openly exploring alternatives, even non-American jets, and Washington is not happy. In this video, we'll uncover why the Pentagon is furious, what's happening behind closed doors, and how Canada's fighter jet deals could reshape the future of North American defense. Because this is the story the Pentagon never wanted you to hear.
Dark notice. The unseen exposed.
Canada's fighter jet problem didn't start yesterday. It started decades ago. Aging CF-18s, outdated avionics, and rising maintenance costs pushed the Royal Canadian Air Force to a breaking point. Canada needed a replacement fast. But instead of immediately choosing the F-35, Ottawa launched a long, unpredictable, and highly political competition. At first, everyone assumed the US had it in the bag. The F-35 was the obvious, expected choice. But then, the unexpected happened. Sweden's Gripen E entered the competition. Suddenly, Europe began whispering new offers into Ottawa's ear. Canadian defense analysts started questioning America's pricing and long-term maintenance costs. And that is where the anger began. There's an unwritten rule inside Washington. If you're in North America, you buy American jets. Mexico under US influence, Canada under US expectation. So when Canada opened the door to a possible non-American fighter, it sent shockwaves through the Pentagon. Why? Because the United States sees Canadian air power as part of its own defensive perimeter. From NORAD operations to Arctic patrols to joint air bases and joint missions. If Canada flies a jet that the US doesn't control, maintain, or influence, Washington loses a key strategic advantage. Let's break down what really made the Pentagon furious. 1. Supply chain control. If Canada buys American jets, the Pentagon controls everything: parts, upgrades, software, and data. But a European jet means losing that control. 2. Interoperability. The Pentagon wants Canada fully tied into the F-35's global network, from mission data to joint exercises. A Gripen fleet would break that seamless integration. 3. The Arctic equation. This is the big one. The Arctic is fast becoming the world's next geopolitical battleground. Canada controls 40% of the Arctic coastline. For Washington, Arctic security equals American leadership, and that means Canada's fighters must be plugged into American command systems. 4. Economic and industrial power. Every F-35 purchase sends billions through Lockheed Martin and its subcontractors. A non-American purchase, that's money leaving the US economy.
When Sweden entered the race with the Gripen E, the Pentagon felt the pressure immediately. Because Gripen was everything the F-35 wasn't. Cheaper, easier to maintain, built for cold weather, and more importantly, fully customizable and independent. Saab even offered Canada local production, tech transfer, and true autonomy, something the F-35 program would never allow. Washington saw that as a direct challenge to its defense dominance. Behind closed doors, US officials expressed serious concern. Canada was asking for full access to source codes, control over mission data, and greater independence. The moment Ottawa delayed its F-35 timeline, the Pentagon panicked. Reports surfaced of intense US lobbying, private phone calls, diplomatic pressure, and high-level defense meetings. The message was clear. Washington did not want a European jet defending North American skies, not even for one day. Here's what truly scares Washington about Canada choosing a non-American jet: loss of Arctic air dominance. If Canada flies Gripens, Sweden gains influence in Arctic operations, NORAD complications. A mixed US-Swedish fleet breaks standardization and coordination. Canadian independence. Gripen offers full sovereignty, software, weapons, mission data, all under Canadian control. The F-35 does not. Global ripple effects. If Canada rejects an American jet, other allies might follow, threatening billions in contracts, jobs, and US leverage worldwide. For years, Canada has quietly grown frustrated with Washington's defense behavior. Ottawa feels treated not as an equal partner, but as a junior ally expected to follow US preferences. The fighter jet saga made those cracks visible. Canada's complaints about the F-35 program are long and serious. Ballooning costs, unpredictable maintenance fees, limited sovereignty due to US control of software and mission data, strict rules preventing customization, and delayed deliveries disrupting Air Force planning. And above all, the political pressure. Washington made it clear what Canada should buy, but Canada wanted to decide what fits its own needs, budget, and Arctic realities. At the heart of all this lies one word: independence.
Despite all the frustration, politics, and pressure, the F-35 ultimately won Canada's competition. But the reasons go far beyond aircraft performance. First, the F-35 fits directly into NORAD's modernization plan, a plan the US essentially controls. Choosing a non-American jet would have forced Canada to redesign its entire defense network, an expensive and risky gamble. Second, Washington's influence was overwhelming. Diplomatic pressure, defense talks, intelligence sharing, the message was clear. North American defense requires North American jets. Third, the global F-35 network. With more NATO allies joining the program, Canada risked isolation if it chose differently. The F-35 promised seamless data sharing, joint training, and integration with allied forces. Even after the F-35 victory, the tension hasn't disappeared. Because today, Canada is signaling something new: more autonomy in defense, more openness to non-American suppliers, interest in independent drone systems, and possible European fighter cooperation in the future. To the Pentagon, this isn't just about aircraft, it's about influence. The US fears not Canada's independence, but the slow erosion of American control over North America's defense future. This is Dark Notice, and you've just seen the story the Pentagon never wanted you to hear.